Hello, ako si Eric Rudinas, Chair of the Council of Presidents of the acrc, that's Amateur and Civic Radio Clubs of Northern Mindanao. Let me first begin by congratulating the hosts, Kabalikat Civicom Northern Mindanao Coordinating Council and the Kabalikat 092, KB092 chapter of Jimenez for a job well done. And I do hope this would also serve as an inspiration to other groups to take their turn to host a similar affair like this. This is a very good way of interactions between and among the different clubs in Northern Mindanao, which is also the dream of Director Ted Buenavista, who wants to bring together all these radio groups for the aid of society, especially during disasters and emergencies. So I congratulate also the host for coming up with this theme. No? The theme, I believe, Odig sa Tagamay, is disaster preparedness through communication. This is especially relevant to the NDRRMC National Disaster Consciousness Month in July, where the theme is said to be Pamilya at Pamayanang Handa, katuwang sa pagunlad ng bansa. So we do need the importance, we see the importance of preparations, and our role as members of the Communications and Warning Service of the RDRMC is very, very crucial. We know that the agency, the RDRMC, the national DRRMC, involves a lot of agencies, government and private agencies, and we are just simply volunteer groups under the DOTC and the NTC. But that doesn't take away the importance of our communication capabilities. Remember, when all else fails, it's more into radio communications that we will resort to. So let me share some thoughts for now on how we see the role of radio communications in times of emergencies, especially during the later part of the year, where this really involves a lot of Northern Mindanao areas. The storms are coming, and there's also some white news related to earthquakes. It's been in the news, but we would like to try to revisit what seems to be the importance of our communication capability. And let me be able to suggest to you some thoughts on what we could possibly do in relation to our celebration of the National Disaster Consciousness Month this coming July. Hello, si Eric once again. Let me try to present to you my thoughts on the significance of our theme related to disaster preparedness in conjunction with what's going to come this coming July. So we know that our theme at the moment is disaster preparedness through communications. This is very appropriate and timely in preparation for July. Now in July, we have the annual celebration of the National Disaster Consciousness Month, sponsored by the NDRRMC. And the theme is not so different from what we have. It's Pamilya at Mamayanang Handa, katuwang sa pagunlad ng bansa. It's quite heavy. But as members of the COWS, that's the Communication and Warning System, we can only provide guidance for rapid alert and warning to key public officials and the general public of an impending or occurring national man-made emergency or disaster. So we can only provide backup communications capabilities. Now, whether we like it or not, when disaster strikes, people will need us. The first casualty will be transportation and communication facilities, as what Yolanda has taught us. Whatever remaining services in these aspects might just be too crowded. Cell phones, landlines, help may not be delivered in time, and welfare inquiries may not be passed right away. Now, we try to take a look at ourselves as a group, ACRC, individual clubs. We know that we are volunteers organized into various groups. We remember that we enjoy the benefits of radio communications. We train ourselves into the art of message handling and improve our own capabilities and station. We also recognize the capabilities of our own registered radio equipment and our abilities in operating in order to save lives and property through radio communications. Now, we also serve as force multipliers to government and non-government agencies whose task is to disaster relief, mitigation, and response. We're also into assistance with peace and order and civil defense. Now, no matter how good we are at what we do for now, there's still a very important thing that we should remember. There's always a need for us to prepare. We always need to prepare. Just like amateur and professional athletes, they practice and train, they work out, dancers rehearse, soldiers also train. So must we. We also have to do this. So in this connection, I am now, together with some people I talked to, I am now about to present to you a proposal that we might have to undertake for ACRC. We have the first NEC-sponsored Amateur and Civic Radio Club Regional Simulated Emergency Test. What's this about? The plan is to conduct a regional activity among radio groups in which non-emergency messages will be passed among the different served agencies from the barangay level all the way to the regional level and back. Local radio clubs shall strive to make contact with fellow ACRC groups and pass on messages to specific offices. Now, what are the objectives of SET or RSET? To increase common interest in emergency communications. We've relied on mobile phones, the internet, and landlines to convey messages. Now, they will be crowded times of emergency, so the best backup is going to be with VHF radio communications. Second objective would be to create practices for regional emergency communications. No disaster management handbook is perfect. All literature on this matter revolved from past disasters and calamities. They were learning lessons. No book can describe what we should or should not do in times of emergencies because situations vary in different areas. Therefore, the best practices are grounded on experience. The third objective would be to test communications capabilities. How far can we go on emergency power? How far can we go on low power? We have to assume that during emergencies, commercial power is unavailable. So we can still make use of the radio. The fourth objective would be to test message handling capabilities. Our job is to be able to receive and pass messages as quickly and as accurately as possible. Kailangan yan. This cannot be achieved without constant training and exposure. We need practice. So what do? Suggested activities are, we begin with coordinating with the served agencies we have. Then we proceed to lectures and briefings, tabletop exercise, and finally, field exercise. When it comes to coordinations, we have to contact the agency that we would like to serve. Who do we attend to? Be it the barangay, or do we have to go as low as the barangay level and then do we have to elevate it as far as the regional level? Which agency? Then what we have to do is contact these people, inform the agency on when the RSET is going to take place. We try to instruct the officer in charge of their role and the activity. Make sure that our job there would be to pass the message. We will not initiate messages. We are not into radio reporting. Okay? Now, when it comes to lectures and briefings, I think that's the next phase. We need to define the purpose and the scope of our test. Create guidelines and on procedures before, during, and after the event. The event means the emergency. And then to put things down in writing, document everything, because we will use that as our initial references. For the tabletop exercise, we have to look into the building of the scenarios, the consolidation of our list of repeater frequencies and the agencies to be served. We need to practice on the different roles. We have to go through, perhaps gain initial feedback right from the very beginning, long before we go out in the field. Then final tasking for field exercise. Okay? On the day of the event, which will coincide with the culmination of the month-long activities of the DRRMCs, we need to pay attention to the different phases of the actual emergency, starting from the onset to the declaration of the emergency and to the net call activation, to the deployment of our volunteers, the posting of these volunteers into the different areas, to the actual sending and reception of messages, logging them, and the deactivation of the activity, where our volunteers would head home. It's also important that we create an evaluation or post-mortem study. But the post-mortem is kind of a major activity itself. There's a need for us to evaluate what went on from the very start, what weaknesses we have, how can we attend to it the next time around. So the need there is to evaluate our tactics. For us, we need to have a SWOT analysis. That means strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat analysis. And then we're going to make some recommendations as well. So since this is going to be the first time we will be doing this, I'm pretty sure there will be lots of recommendations we can attend to. Nothing's perfect. Now the SWOT, the post-mortem analysis should be done as low as the club level all the way to the regional aspect. The goal here eventually would be to create an operations manual for regional operators, addressed for emergencies and disaster, to be adopted by our community. So bottom line there, we need volunteers. We need people like you. We need experts in communications. We don't need to be the primary people to be at the forefront, but then the nice thing about our group is we are very mobile. We are very quick with our responses, and we serve as a force multiplier to our community, and it would help the government, so to speak. So I do hope this gathering will serve as our revisitation of our role, what we can possibly do with our talents to help out society. This has been Eric Rudinas for F9 Alpha Mike, saying thank you, congratulations once again, see you on the air soon.